You are going to learn how to sew this kind of a blossom block, I'll call it. Anyways, it's a flower block. It is for the pattern Berry Bloom, and this pattern has been featured inside the Patchwork Planner. So I'm super excited. Can't wait to see your blocks. There is a link in the description on how you can get a copy of the block inside the planner. But I'm also going to show you how you can sew up 4 of these flying geese at one time. So it's super simple, not very complicated, and you can do it. If you're new here or returning, hey, I'm Becky from Patchwork Posse, and I have an online quilt group, Patchworkers Plus. There's a link in the description that you can find more information all about that. With our pieces cut, we are going to start sewing on a few sections. So this is the center of my block, and this is just outside of the center, so nothing to do with them at this moment. We do, however, need to mark on the back side of our squares. This is going to be the flying geese, and you will need to mark on the wrong side of your square from corner to corner. Now you can use pencil, marking, Hera, whatever you have. This is not our sewing line. Repeat that for all 4 pieces. All right, I'm going to set those aside. Those are done. I'm going to repeat that with the smaller squares. This is the, I guess, flower petals. You are going to be sewing on this line though, so make sure it is accurate or something you can follow. If you need to mark it in pencil or something like that, that would be fine as well, so you can see it. With that finished, what we are going to do is take our smaller piece, our smaller square, and we are going to pin it in one of the corners of the petal block. I'm going to repeat that for all 4 pieces. Now you want to make sure that the line that you just drew is kind of goes from center to center of the square, because we are going to sew right on that line. Now, if you want, you can sew a second line 1/4 inch outside of that, and that will allow you to keep your half square triangle for another project. So with these 4, I'm going to go ahead and sew them, and then we're going to press them and trim off that extra corner. All right, we have them all sewn, and you are going to just cut right in the center of that seam. So I did the 2 seams, and I'm going to cut off my corner. If you can't find your seam, sometimes if you flip it to the back side, you can see your stitching line. And then you just want to go right in the middle. If you need to, push this corner back to make sure that the square is still square and not shy, or you just don't want your square to be short. All right, so now that this is cut, I can go ahead and take these to the ironing board and press them. Now, you will notice that no matter where you turn this, you can control where this corner is. So for this block, we did not need to really pay attention what corner those squares went in. We're going to set that aside, and we are going to begin our flying geese unit. So for this, we're going to use 2 of the squares, and we are going to make sure that our creased or pressed or drawn line is going from corner to corner right across those 2 squares. You're going to pin this to secure it in place. You don't want it to shift or move. You're going to take this to your machine and you are going to stitch on both sides of that drawn line. So make sure you can see your line going from corner to corner on each of those squares. And again, we're going to sew on both sides of that drawn line. With this sewn on both sides, we are going to take a ruler and you are going to cut right down the center. This is going to sew up 4 flying geese units. So now you will take this to the ironing board and you're going to press these open. It looks like little hearts. All right, with that pressed, we are going to use our last 2 squares. So you are going to, again, lay the square in the corner, making sure your crease or your drawn line is going from the corner to corner right in between these 2 points. You're going to pin this in place. You're going to take this to the machine. And again, you're going to stitch on both sides of that drawn line. So place this in the corners, scoot it around if needed, pin it, make sure the line is going the correct direction, and stitch on both sides of that drawn line for both pieces. All right, with this sewn, you are going to, again, cut right down the center of those 2 sewn seams. And you're going to take this to your ironing board and give them a good press open. And then we are going to trim them to the right size. All right, with these nice and pressed, you are going to trim these up. So check the pattern for the correct size and trim all 4 pieces. All right, our next step is to lay our block out and put these units together. So we're going to sew them into 3 different rows. Starting in this top left, you do need to make sure that your square or your triangle on the square is in the right position. Now, before we can sew them into rows, we are going to have to take these and sew them into a square unit. So just make sure that when you put right sides together to sew down, that you are actually sewing the flying geese in the correct position. All right, with these square units put together, now we can start sewing our rows together. So you're just going to place right sides together, pin them if you need, and we are just going to sew, you know, the center row together and the bottom row together, and then we will add on the last column. All right, with this finished, we can go ahead and put our 3 rows together. What you do want to make sure is that when you put these together, that you nest the seams, meaning you make those seams go opposite direction so it lays nice and flat when you sew them together. So now if you want, you can put the seams going the same direction. So the top going to the left. Right now I have them facing out just to accommodate these points at the end, and it's a little bit easier because we have a solid piece of fabric on this in the center. So what I'm going to do is take this to my machine and sew that seam right across the top. All right, and there we have the finished block. So you're just going to sew up as many as you need for the pattern, follow the instructions. There's a link in the description so you can get your own copy. This is actually included in the Patchwork Planner for 2026 and is a lot of fun to sew up.